Whole school improvement. Welcome to a short presentation that will cover EWSE, SSE, and the 9 focus areas of evaluation. I will also provide a roadmap to the process annually and over the next 3 years. This presentation is meant to be interactive, so when you see the green bar that appears, read the suggested comment at the bottom or come up with your own. Let's try it now. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Everybody, please meet Fred.
Hi, Fred.
Fred is an evaluator.
Okay.
He will evaluate the whole school.
That's nice of him.
He has many evaluator friends.
Hello.
Welcome. It is an intense evaluation process. The entire school will be scrutinized over 2 to 4 weeks.
Oh no.
But as much as it is an intense evaluation process, it is really meant to be developmental.
It is scary. That's the nature of growth.
Yes, indeed. That is the nature of growth. Now, let's look at this picture. A lot of the fear stems from this picture. Someone, an outsider, in fact, a whole team is investigating systems at the school. Would you call this internal evaluation or external evaluation?
External whole school evaluation.
Yes, it is external whole school evaluation, EWSE. Now, when EWSE happens, schools are randomly selected. It may happen only once in about 10 years. Drawing on your knowledge of school assessment, would you call this formative evaluation or summative evaluation? It is summative evaluation. Yes, that is correct. Now, the evaluation is based on criteria that is consistently applied across all schools. If somebody says to you, "We are coming to evaluate you," what is the right question to ask them?
Show me the checklist or rubric. Show me the criteria.
Correct. It is a transparent process. The intention is to be developmental on known criteria, not deliberately fault-finding, although I do know that it is human nature to perceive it to be so. In this slide, we will focus on the categories and the subcategories and the sub-subcategories. Pay attention. There are 9 categories of evaluation: basic functionality, leadership management and communication, governance and relationships, quality of teaching and learning and professional development, curriculum provision and resources, learner achievement, safety, security and discipline, school infrastructure, parents and the community. How many categories are there?
9.
That's right. There are 9 of them. Now, I said to you there are subcategories. The subcategories appear in red in brackets next to each main category. Now, I'm going to give you a second to count all of them. Count the major categories together with the subcategories. How many in total?
60.
Yes, there are 60 of them. But wait, there's more. Each subdivision has more subdivisions. It gets to be so much that I'm not going to make you count it at this stage. No doubt, if you're a school leader, you will be going through each one of them. So I'm just going to tell it to you. There are approximately plus minus 600 of those further subdivisions. You say,
Oh no.
Bring it
Bring it
on.
on.
I like the positive attitude. Now, knowing as you do that it could be quite intense if we have some people coming in from the outside in, would you choose external evaluation or would you choose internal or self-evaluation?
Internal whole school evaluation.
That's right, so would I. I would choose internal whole school evaluation because I do recognize it as a means of improving the school, but further, it would alleviate stress in the event that our school is chosen for external whole school evaluation. All right, let's get to the roadmap. What you see is a full year. We know now that there are 9 categories. So the first thing the school has to do in whichever month of the year they want to do it, many schools start in term 3. You can do it right in term 1, and that would be where you choose your commissions. A commission is a committee that is going to focus on one of the 9 categories. All right, so there are 9 categories, therefore there are 9 commissions. Each commission will choose a chairperson and a secretary, and each commission must be fully representative with a CS component, a PS component, as well as SGB reps. The commission will have to have a sit-down meeting at a mutually agreed time in which they will go through the checklists. As there are 9 commissions, there are 9 checklists. Some checklists are longer than others, and the checklist would cover the divisions and the subdivisions. As you go through each and every one of those divisions and subdivisions, you would be allocating a score to each one of those. And you need to know that the scores are linked to colors of the robot. Needless to say, some will be red, some will be yellow, and some will be green. Based on this, you will do a SWOT analysis of the school in terms of a particular category. For example, you will do a SWOT analysis for basic functionality. In the SWOT analysis, you will identify all the internal factors in the school that represent the school's strengths and weaknesses. You will also identify all the factors outside the school that represent opportunities and threats to the school. Strengths are matters internal to the school that the school would like to keep going. Weaknesses are matters inside the school that the school would like to address and improve on. Opportunities are factors outside the school that the school would like to explore because they could enhance the school in some way or the other. And threats are matters that come from beyond the school that you would want to reduce risk for. Once you've concluded that process, you would have identified goals that you're going to incorporate into the school development plan. And the goals that would go into the school development plan are definitely not those that were color-coded as green. They would be goals that have been color-coded as red and yellow. It will not have 600 goals. So you want to come up with at least 20 goals, I would say, to focus on over the next 3 years. Now, the school development plan is further broken up into SIP 1 for 2025, SIP 2 for 2026, and SIP 3 for 2027. Now, if you focus on SIP 1 just for now, you would have a SIP 1 for now because your SIP 1 will inform the budget that you are going to pass this year for next year. The goals that you incorporated, the goals that you've identified that will be completed in 2025 may have monetary implications. Those monetary implications will be captured under expenses in the budget for 2025 and will be presented at the AGM. It must be adopted at the AGM by the majority of parents in either a fully collated meeting or a second meeting that is scheduled, if not collated, at the first instance. And thereafter, it must be ratified by the SGB. This is such an essential process and it's very much tied in with the whole school evaluation process. Unless this budget is adopted by the majority of the parents present and also ratified by the school governing body, no expenditure is possible in 2025. All right, that's a lot. What do you say?
That sounds like a good plan.
Wow, still enthusiastic. Thank you. Let's look at another picture, and it's useful to look at different pictures, especially when things are overwhelming. You want to find a graphic representation that simplifies matters for the staff. That's the best way to get staff buy-in on these matters. We are now at 2024, and most of us have concluded our school development plan. The school development plan contains those aspects out of the 600 categories that we have identified as goals that we wish to improve on, and we have color-coded them as red and yellow. Move over now to 2025. This is the first year of our school development plan called SIP 1. And in term 1, at the beginning of the year, you would have your initial profile with the color coding aspects. And at the end of term 1, we would already be looking whether we had moved any of the aspects from red to yellow and yellow to green. We will continue profiling to reprofiling each quarter in the same way. Quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. And this is the developmental aspect of the school development plan, which is broken up into the school improvement plans. And thus, we do want to pay attention to these in a very aware manner because we want to be able to have the capacity as an organization to firstly identify our mistakes and then find ways to improve on them and to have a visual of it improving. Moving from red to yellow and yellow to green can be quite a motivator. It can make people feel like we have the capacity to improve. And so I would recommend leaders use it meaningfully to make sure that the entire school is involved and the entire school can be contributing to the growth as well as seeing the effects of their efforts. If you move to 2026, the process is repeated. We are now into the second year of the school development plan, and in each quarter we will be profiling to reprofile to watch those reds go to yellows and the yellows go to green. Come now to 2027. This is the final year of our SGB SGB, even though the SGB will be re-elected by March. And that year we will continue, just like we did this year, right till the end of the year, profiling to reprofiling. It is hoped there will not be any more reds on the identified criteria, but the school being as dynamic and ever-changing as it is, further reds may have been observed over time. This is the nature of school improvement. Always, 1, being aware, evaluating yourself. Number 2, being aware of areas that need to be improved. 3, being brave enough to put it down as a developmental goal. And 4, mobilizing everybody around a common purpose in finding ways to improve matters. I hope this overview helps. If you would like us to delve into any one in more specific detail, I will gladly do that in the next video. I wish you well in your school improvement processes. Take care.